Hello to everyone, April 4, 2019, and I have something to show you which shouldn't be ignored. Even if this is happening here in the Europe, it doesn't matter at all, because when I'm talking about Europe, about Croatia, about Poland, this is in fact like I'm talking about the United States or any other part of the world, because the system of the earthquakes are present everywhere and in any moment of the time that we live on. So let me show you first something. So today it's the 4th April, and we have phase of the dark moon, which is very dangerous. As you can see, this is the 29th day. We are now 1 hour and 14 minutes in a new moon, in a dead moon. I'm sorry, in the end of the phase of this moon. This yellow dot is still on the left side. That means that moon is still visible. A little white line is present here, which soon will completely vanish until the moon comes to the 99%, and it will be the new moon for about somewhere tomorrow in that time. Okay, so 24 hours. It takes over 2 days, the 4th and the 5th of the April, like this. You see, exactly the same line. It's on the other side. Okay, now this is the very big danger, seismological danger for the all around the world, but I would like to show you something else. So today I received in my on my Facebook wall an information from one guy who said that Euro-Mediterranean Seismological Center report that you see above the earthquake it disappeared. It means that here, very close to the Lubin in Poland, yesterday, it was an epicenter of the 4.6, 4.7 earthquake at the depth of 750 kilometers, which is practically impossible. So they removed this earthquake. I went to search for the trace of this earthquake because I was very curious, because this is the second time in a few days that they are cheating with the earthquakes. And now I will show you something very dangerous. So I found it finally here, and it was updated Tuesday, 4th April, 1446 UTC. That was from yesterday, Wednesday, 3rd April, 1818. This is 2018 in Europe, because we are in the summertime, plus 2 hours, 4.6, 750 kilometer depth, Poland-Ukrainian border region. Now, let me show you what is happened there in that moment. This is the epicenter in the Poland. This is Warsaw here. So Lubin is somewhere here. I didn't mark Lubin because I never heard before for this place. So this is the epicenter. This here, on the other side, let me remove this for a moment, is a Panstar C 2017 S3, which was on the exact parallel here where is the earthquake here. So this is I must see on the astronomical program just a moment. So this is here. This is at altitude of the 50. Yes, 50.0506, and the epicenter was at, let me see, the epicenter was, what was the altitude of the epicenter, not here, but here, rather here. Just a moment, I have something somewhere here on the Facebook. I need to see the one more time this. It's here. Yes. Okay. So here are the coordinates of the earthquake. Here it is. 50, 80 north. 50, 80 north, 23, 50 east. As you can see, this is the position of this Panzer 50. So this is what caused the earthquake. Here I measured this. This is okay, and don't put any doubt about it, because this is very correct. What is the big deal here? The big deal here is that this comet here is the comet that caused the earthquake in Banja Luka 50 years ago. This one here. And this is obviously very powerful comet, because it's hit the epicenter here that strong that epicenter went 750. I mean, the power went deep into the ground, 750 kilometers. Can you imagine what kind of the shot was that on the epicenter? So you may ask, if this shot was so hard, why there was no, why the earthquake was not more than 4.6? Well, here we come to the work of the Andrei Mohorovičić, who is from the, in effect, from the same place where I live, in Volosko near Opatija, where I was born and raised. He make a theory about the Moho layer. So in effect, it's not same if something hit in the rock in some let's say cavern ground where there are a lot of holes, let's say bottom of the sea, in the sea, or some soft land or sand. These are all the materials that they absorb this power in a different way. So if something is soft, then very strong earthquake can go very deep into the ground. If this is the rock, probably it will be held and not let that power went too deep into this part of the ground. This is why the earthquake is not stronger. Probably if there is a layer near Lubin, or let's say made of rock, then probably this earthquake will be more powerful. So the point is that after a while they remove this earthquake from the list of the earthquake like it never happened. And that it's caught my attention. Why? Because I will show you now why. And this is very strange. Let me show you this. Let me show the desktop now, and let me show the screen. Now pay attention what I'm going to show you. First here, on the April 2nd, 2019, they registered the earthquake in Bosnia 2.6 Richter scale. Look at the time, 23/11/47/5. Now let's go here. 23/11/092. This earthquake here disappeared from the earthquake list, and this one here, just a moment, we can make like this, select all, yes, and let's cut this or copy here and paste it here like this. Now you can compare these two times. Watch this here. this one is disappear from the list of the earthquake, and this one appear instead of this one here. So why is this important? Because when the earthquake was registered in Bosnia and Herzegovina, this is where it appeared. That was the epicenter, about 50 kilometers from Sarajevo. And in that moment, 110, this orbit of the comet is passing right through the epicenter. Now, what is the big deal here? Let me show you. So, I must squeeze this to show you what I'm talking about here. And I must go here and blow the card of Croatia for you to show you where it was the earthquake in Croatia and where was the earthquake in Bosnia. So you can make a mistake like this. This is absolutely impossible. So this here is the epicenter in Bosnia in the moment of the earthquake, okay? And they changed this and they put the epicenter here, near Donja Klada, which is very close to the Rijeka, in fact. Here, you can make such a mistake when you have stations, measure stations, which are measuring the earthquake. Just a moment. Which are measuring the earthquake on the ground. You have many of them. So how in effect do they came to the epicenter? They make crisscross of the data, and when this are in crossing, that's supposed to be the epicenter. So you can make an epicenter in that way that I'm talking about here, because this here got nothing to do with this here. If you wish, this is about almost 500 kilometer distance, maybe 400, let's say 400 kilometer distance. I don't know how much is we can measure this in Google Earth if you wish. So such mistake is impossible in seismology, okay? This is not possible, and it's not possible to happen. And why did they do this? I will show you right now why did they do this. But let me show you first what is the distance of these two epicenters. Approximately, because I'm not going to be very precisely about this. So we have Sarajevo here, and that was somewhere here. I will measure just for your info here. That was, let's say, somewhere here. And this is about, yes, 360, 400 kilometer, 360, 400 kilometer. It depends where it was exactly, somewhere here, I think. So this is 300, okay, let's say 300 kilometers, okay? This is enough, 300 kilometers. You can't make such a mistake in the seismology. This is absolutely impossible. Okay, now, let me show you why did they change this. Because when you are opening, just a moment, I have to open another chart here, and that will be here, and all orbits right here. When you open this and then you go to the, just a moment, to the Donja Klada here, this is the epicenter. You don't have covered, nothing is covered by the orbit of the comets. Here it is. I will blow up this for you. The time remains the same, and you take a look at what I'm showing to you. So this is the place where it was the earthquake. As you can see at that moment, there is no any orbit passing through that part. So they move earthquake, which was here under this orbit of the comet. They move it here and make it like this one does not exist. So somebody is obviously trying to ruin my theory about how the earthquake works. This is the only reason why they do this. So they are in a big trouble, because I brought a lot of proofs how the earthquake works, not to mention that I can predict much more precisely the epicenter than they can do with their measure, because I can do that in advance and they can do that only after it happens. So they don't know where the epicenter would be until the earthquake is done. This program here can in effect find the epicenter before it happens, but I need a software to do this. So I'm still in a negotiating about the software, and I'm going to see what is going to come out from this. But there is something what is worrying me very much, but I shouldn't be worried about that, because I talked to the guy who is a programmer. Why? Because in 1 second, in only 1 second, there is 157 million possibilities of the earthquake in all world. 157 million possible earthquake are possible in 1 second, in only 1 second in the world. And the guy calculated that my computer can calculate 24 billion earthquake in 1 second. I have very powerful PC, and that means that this is nothing for my computer. That was worrying me, that I have to wait days and days until this computer find out. In fact, no, he said he will do that so fast that you won't be able to read it how fast it's going to happen. And now let me tell you what the computer will do. Computer will do the formula that I will build in this program, calculate the earthquake according to the position of the comets, show the epicenter, and give me the list of the epicenters with the coordinates of with the meridians and parallels, exactly where the x and y and x are in crossing, and that will be the precise epicenter, because the mathematic formula is very accurate, and you can go neither 2 kilometers there or 4 kilometers there. It's exactly where it hit. And this is very good news, because I thought that my computer it's not enough powerful to do this, but as I can see, it's even more powerful than I was thinking. And so this is nothing for the computer in effect. So we will put this soon as we do this in a test mode, and of course I will control the probability and accuracy of this predicting program from the earthquake from the past. So I will put my computer back in the time. I have a list already known earthquakes that happened, and I will let the computer find this earthquake with the mathematical formula, and then I will compare the data, and I will accurate and see, do I have to repair something, but usually not. And that will be the point of this program. That means that I can predict any earthquake in the earth in any part of the world anytime I like. I just choose one. I don't even have to choose one special area, because I will get earthquake from all around the world. randomly, as they are in the timeline, you know, as they happened, so in the future. I don't know, 3 p.m., 3:15 p.m. on that coordinates, on that coordinates, on that coordinates. The thing that I don't know right now, it's how powerful this earthquake will be. And this is still one enigma for me, but I will find it probably very, very soon, because I work on it, and I will use my imagination and try to figure out what is the, in effect, crucial for the magnitude of one earthquake. So they are caught in their own lies, because they said, first, let me start this from the beginning. First, they claim that if any celestial body come into so-called solar system, that it will be the chaos with the planets. But we have more than 70 objects enter in our solar system, far as I number them, count them, and nothing is happened. We are still here. Jupiter is still in its place. Moon is still in its place. Sun is still there. Nothing happens. So the Kepler laws are not more in use. Not for the people who know what I'm talking about. This is completely fake. Kepler law, it's a bullshit. This is something when someone invent to support the story of the Earth is a globe or whatsoever, or endless space or whatsoever. Now this is the first thing that now they claim that the layer of the ground, layer of the Earth, when you came to the, let me show you this exactly, because this is much more better when I'm talking about this. So this is the layer of the ground, of the Earth, that with the kilometers. So you can see this here. It's not even assigned as some depth. They start to measure after the 2,000 kilometer. And this is the temperature, this is the depth. So that will be 1/3 of this here. It will be somewhere here, like this, which is absolutely impossible, because this is the almost a liquid part. As you can see, the Earth is not molten where we thought it should be, or the Earth, its molten core is getting smaller or cooler, allowing rock of solidarity at such depths. And this is another lie, which is reason why did they remove this earthquake from the earthquake list. 750 kilometers, it's practically impossible to cause the earthquake and to stop this force and shake the ground at 4.6 in Poland in that time. So this is another lie, which is lanced from these liars and criminals. And they are starting to do a lot of mistakes, and they are starting to fall in their own trap against their own theories and physics and scientific stories. Suddenly we have earthquake at 750 kilometers deep underground, where is in effect it's in a liquid state and cannot shake the ground on that level. So this is all. They are cheating with the earthquake. Probably we don't know a lot of things that is happening in the world, because they are not showing maybe some earthquake which occurs somewhere in the middle of the ocean. It's something what nobody felt because it's too far away from the coast. And then we have the consequences of this earthquake are coming as the waves, little tsunamis which wash the coast for no reason with big waves. And these are in effect remainings of some stronger tsunami which get weakened until he reach the target on the coast. So they can easily put this under the carpet because nobody lived there, nobody can feel this, and we don't know nothing. We know only what the media is serving to us. For example, when you have this earthquake here, list of the earthquake here, and you have data that you can read here like this, then you think that this is only what is happening here. But I must show you something else. For example, this is the Slovenian list of the earthquakes. As you can see, they have more earthquakes here which are not in effect evident on that list here. Not even in the Italy. Just a moment, here it is. So we don't have this Slovenian earthquake present here. Look at how many of them are present. So 1, 2, 3, 4 today, 2 today, and not a present here. Okay, and there's also this one here in Italy. Just a moment. Italy. Small, earthquake in France. Okay, we can use this one. This is what happened in Italy around Trieste here also. You see, these are the earthquakes which are not evident here on this list because they are not making this weak earthquakes. They are not putting the, so they can also cheat with the very strong one which they are not putting here on this list. I hope that you get it, the point of this video. It's the cheating of with the earthquake. And this comet which hit this place in Poland is the same comet that caused the earthquake in Bosnia and Herzegovina 50 years ago. And that is something what should worry everybody in Europe, because we are maybe days away from something very, very significant to happen as an earthquake because of this or some other comets in the Europe. We have 24 hours to see what is going to happen during the dark moon or dead moon, and it may happen anywhere in the world. But as I told you, I am very, very worrying about Europe, because this is cruising around Europe. So we will see that in next 24 hours. Thank you very much for your attention and stay tuned.